welcome everyone.
Hey, come on.
Welcome to our pilot episode of Dang Good Advice.
Dang good advice. I love it, Andy.
Yeah, it's me, Andy here, and with Gillian.
Yes. Yep.
Or if you
Gilly.
prefer Gillian.
A lot of people at church call me Gillen. Whatever you want to call me.
Yeah, it's just a hard name to pronounce, man.
Yeah.
For my standards. So well, pretty amazing, right? We are here. Never thought that I would start a podcast, beginning of 2021, man.
That's
well,
cool.
in fact, actually, we're just recording it on the 29th of January.
Yes.
But it's going to be live on, it's 29th of December.
Yep.
I was like looking at this. And I thought
Yeah.
So we're going to launch this in January.
Great.
And this is just part of my New Year's resolution.
I love it.
Yeah. It's just something that people will talk about like in this season because Christmas is over.
Yeah.
We are all done with our Christmas shopping, Christmas giving, everything, PS5.
Oh,
blah,
the
blah, blah.
PS5, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone loves the PS5.
Yep. Glad that I snatched one. Yeah.
Hey.
Sorry for those that did not get it, but rest assured, man, they say that you get it like in January, man.
Oh, man. It's in high demand, that's for sure.
Well, the wait is worth it. I'm just going to say that. Man. Yeah. I love it, man.
Yeah.
Like we had boys over the other night.
That's
like,
right.
Everyone had a blast on it, man.
Oh, it was great fun. Great fun. I'm
yeah.
not much of a gamer, but I held my own against the Lions the other night.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, I'm not much of a gamer as well. Pretty much got myself on the loser bracket, but
The losing bracket, mate. Yeah. It's because you paired up with Alexi. He's a gamer though, but he's not a sporting gamer though.
yeah, he's much of a PC gamer.
Yep.
Like, no offense to PC gamer. I used to be a master race gamer, but it's just a console. It's easier for me, given my lifestyle. I just want to pop a game and just start playing it.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. Oh well. So moving back to like
Back to the topic.
Yeah, back to
Not
the topic.
PS5s today.
Yeah. So, well, I guess one of the main goals that I have is just to come up with a podcast that's just fun for like boys to come in and talk about things and all that. So we're gonna talk like, what name do you want to give? Then it came to my attention that I have this favorite book that's called like Damn Good Advice.
Great.
Yeah. By George Lewis.
Yep.
So if you're creative and all that, I do reckon you check it out.
Good book.
Yeah. It's a book that has like a lot of like artworks and stuff.
Okay.
And it tells you about like creative stuff, like the reality, harsh reality of like creative life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's been like sort of my Bible when I do like my creative work and all that.
Yeah.
And
So is that where you got the name from?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I was thinking, like, what podcast? What kind of podcast name should I come up with? And our friend Chevy.
Yes.
Yeah. So Chevy saw this book and like, you should just use this as a title. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea, man.
It's a good title.
Yeah. Put it a twist like the Aussie slang, like dang.
Dang good advice.
Yeah. Not too offensive, right?
I love the title. So I guess, Andy, what's the heart of you starting up this podcast here? What do you want to achieve from this?
Well, basically, we just want to like give good advice, man.
Cool.
You're okay to review your age, right?
What's that, sorry? Hey?
Are you okay to let people know how old you are?
Definitely. I'm a fossil.
Yeah. Gillian just turned 31 yesterday.
Yesterday, 28th of December. 31. Here we go.
Yeah, if you haven't wished him happy birthday, you can still wish him in January.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he'll mind. Like,
well, this is going in January, right? So you can wish me on the 28th in 2021.
Yeah, that'll be fine as well.
We're gonna go clay shooting this year, I reckon.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun, man. I'm looking forward for that, man. X-Run was fun as well, man.
Very good fun. Very good fun.
Yep. So moving back to this, we
diverge. We diverge.
Yeah, we diverge so bad, man. Yeah. So the idea of like this channel is just to just share things, experience, I guess, experience of like both of us as a young adult, like going through stage. Well, I'm married.
Yeah.
Gillian is not. So I guess there's this different dynamics that people can learn from.
Yeah.
Like just from our experience and like. I'm not Aussie. Like, I just migrated here like 1.5 years ago. And Gillian is born and raised in Australia. So he is as Australian as he can be. So
Filipino background with a Spanish last name, Filipino with a thick Australian accent.
Yeah,
very confusing.
he doesn't sound Filipino, right? Yeah. So, well, if you're interested, you can check out his profile. Yeah, I will just put it on the link down, like the description or that. Just hit it up. He's quite quite a private person. So if he doesn't approve you, don't feel bad about it, man. Yeah.
So I guess your heart is to be able to tackle some topics, give people advice, and tackle it from different angles.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right.
Yeah. Because I realized that you know what, I'm not like an expert in giving advice, but there's just so many young people or juniors or whatsoever that come to me for advice still, like how do I do this, how do I do that, and at the end of the day, like we give advice and we end up like bantering and like giving a lot of funny stuff. I just thought like it'll be fun to just put all this up. Like from time to time we invite like our friends here and like give like good discussion about like different things, because they range from like as young as 21 years old to like we have friends that's like as old as like 50, 60 and all that. So it'd be fun to listen to everyone's advice and opinion. Yeah. That's just the gist of it. It's just to have fun, have conversation, and leave some gold nuggets for people out there. Yeah,
definitely. I like how we'll be able to tackle just different topics and hit it from those different angles, you know, like different age brackets, you know, people that are married, people that are single, people that are in the teens, people that are in the 20s, whatever it looks like. I guess there's a lot of topics out there that people need an opinion on and some insight on.
Yeah, and also like culturally, like because you're from Australia, obviously. I'm born and raised as like a full-blown Asian. So there will be definitely like different and interesting stuff that's going on behind, man.
Totally.
It's just like New Year's resolution. So today we're going to talk about this thing because I feel like it's very relevant in this season where everyone is just thinking that, heck, what am I going to do, man? Like 2020, it's pretty messed up. Like, But, well, on the good side, I think I see a lot of people like, you know, went out of the box and did something differently and their life changed. So I guess.
It's a very different year. 2020 has been very different with obviously COVID being in lockdown. People losing jobs a lot. Hospitality was really impacted. I was talking to a lot of people, not just young adults, but all ages that was impacted in different ways. And I think in 2020 as well, there was a lot of uncertainty. People were pretty much sometimes just living week after week, day after day, and visions and dreams kind of just got put on a shelf or redirected. So it really had an impact on so many different people.
Yeah, totally, man. Like me being a photographer, I did not really travel that much, man. I have plans to travel back to Malaysia. So I'm from Malaysia. So I want to travel back to Malaysia and take a series of documentaries and photos. And my aim was to travel to Japan this year as well.
I'd love to go to Japan as well.
Everything is like
everything out the door, hey? Out the window.
All right. Fingers crossed 2021 will be better. But I do, but just a massive shout out to the Australian government for doing such a great job in like managing all this, man. Like being here in South Australia is such a blessing, man.
Big time.
Yeah, big time, man. The fact that we can sit here and have a talk like this is...
Have this conversation.
It's just nice, man.
Totally, and feel safe as well. I think we had that little episode where everything went into shutdown for 6 days and it came from some dude lying. But no, it was the right call to make. Because now, you know, we're almost back to normal with a few changes with social distancing and stuff. But life is pretty good. There's other states out there that are still in lockdown. There's churches that aren't going back. There's people that aren't in the workplace. You know, one of our friends, Alexi, his brother's in England. He's in lockdown right now. So we're very fortunate to be in Adelaide and Australia.
Yeah. So shout out to the Australian government again for doing a great work, man. Like I'm happy to be here, man. That's all I can say, man.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, moving back.
We diverge.
Definitely diverge, man. So, New Year's resolution. Okay, this is something that I think there's two school of thoughts.
Okay.
One would like it, one would hate it.
Yes.
So,
okay. What's your opinion? What's your opinion on New Year's resolution? Do they work or do they not work, Andrew?
Well, you know, I split myself. Sometimes I was like, New Year's resolution, blah. Like, it's like full on like BS, you know. It's just something that you just want to declare and look good in front of Instagram or like social media.
Okay,
But I mean, deep down, I think it works. And in fact, if you don't know, I used to be a writer.
Wow.
So I used to like come up with articles and stuff.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. And I did one article. Talks about like 5 ways to make your New Year's resolution stick.
Wow, great, awesome.
Yeah, if you guys are interested, I'll put the link down below as well. So,
definitely put the link down.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having a read of that.
Yeah. So I guess the first the first sub point that talks about like the first rule to plan a New Year's resolution is to be realistic. Okay. So in my point is I do support New Year's resolution, but it has to be realistic.
Okay.
Because the fact is like, okay, you can say that, okay, my New Year's resolution is to shave down like 20 kilos and get a washboard abs.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't say that you can't do it.
Yep.
But it's like, is it realistic for yourself?
Yes, that's
like
good.
if you are, you know, I don't know, like maybe you're like slightly overweight and all that, and you want to shave that down. Yeah. So logically speaking, does the timeline work and stuff?
The jump's too big, or it's an impossible. You're setting yourself up for an impossible goal.
Yeah. So if that's possible goal, achievable goal, then I say New Year's resolution work.
Yeah, totally.
But if not, then it's like, what's the point of you doing that, man?
And I guess that's a good subtitle to have, you know, because if you set, I think it's good to have goals that are big, but not something that's unrealistic.
Yeah.
Because if you set something that's unrealistic, it's going to be so far ahead of you. And it's good to stretch, but if it's something that's like just illogical and just unrealistic, I think you kind of already putting yourself in the back foot. Like you're almost setting yourself up for disappointment.
Oh, yeah.
I believe in the stretch 100%, but if it's something that's just like you know, in your dreams kind of thing, then it's going to be a bit too much. Definitely stretch. Definitely push yourself. But nothing that's going to be like, okay, that's so far ahead that you're never going to achieve it.
Yep.
Because I think you need to have that progress, and you need to know that you're getting progress towards that goal. And I think set a big goal, definitely, something that's realistic, but break it down into bite-sized pieces as you go. So if you're, let's say, if you have a weight goal or something, okay, that's great. What does that look like per month? If you average losing this X amount of weight per month, that's doable, rather than saying, oh, that's a big chunk, now swallow it. But like break it down in those little steps. I think that helps you out. And then along the way, you have those little checkpoint moments. It's like, okay, I'm hitting my goal for this month. I'm hitting my goal for this week, that kind of thing. So definitely realistic goals or realistic standards is a good point. I agree with that.
Yeah, you pretty much sum up the whole article.
Wow.
So
look at that. Didn't even read it. That connection already. That happens from being years of mates with Andy.
So my point is, I believe in New Year's resolution.
Yes.
But do you believe in that?
Oh, okay. All right. Do I believe in New Year's resolutions? So I would say that me personally, I don't set New Year's resolutions.
Okay.
Me personally, it doesn't come to the end of the year and I start thinking, in 2021, I want to do this, and that to an extent. But if we're talking like just life, I'm constantly setting goals for myself. So it's not just in December, I'll start thinking about the year ahead. Of course, like with some things, I'll think about the year ahead. Like I'm a young adults pastor, and we run a program where it's on a monthly basis. We get small groups every fortnight. And I think about the year, not just in December, but we're already thinking about it in October. Yeah. And that's something that that my leader, Pastor Josh, does for the whole church. We start thinking about it in October. Yeah. So I'm definitely thinking for like 2021, I'll have some goals and stuff in that context of what I'm doing, just because it's nice and clear. I know where I want to go. But in terms of just like life goals and stuff, I think I'm more in the area of I'll work on myself constantly. Whatever it is, if it's character, if it's things like just being punctual, I guess the basic things, everything. Like I'm constantly setting myself goals, because it's not like once it comes December, okay, how can I improve myself? Yeah. I guess I kind of wake up every day and thinking, how can I be the best version of myself every single day?
Wow.
And you know what, like even breaking it down into some times where, you know, I actually need to step back and I need to self-assess myself, self-assess the things that I can get better in. And it's constantly doing that. So it's not just towards the end of the year, it's every single day. So for me, it's kind of like how I describe it is, one big part about me, Andrew, and you know all about it, is that I love fitness. I love staying fit, working out,
dieting. He's a massive like gym junkie, man.
Gym junkie. I love it because it brings so many good things, like just the mentality behind it. You work hard, you see the results, all that kind of thing.
Totally, man. I benefit from it as well, man.
Hey, go on, yeah. You've slimmed down. You got some bigger arms now.
Oh yeah, thank you for that. I graduate from M size to L size, man. Yeah.
So much so that you've handed me down some of your tops because you don't fit into it because your arms are too big.
Well, maybe that's your plan, man.
So it works. So I guess for me, the analogy that I can think of my head is kind of like when people have never dieted in their life, they've never disciplined themselves in terms of food, and they go, you know what, I've got a goal of losing like 50 kilos in like 3 months. And you know what? I'm going to start this new diet where it's going to strip all my calories. It's going to take away. I'm not going to eat any carbs. I'm not going to eat any of this and things like that. They've made themselves, and it's gone back to your point, like this goal that's so massive that, you know what? They might hit it for maybe 2-3 weeks and they'll feel great, but then they relapse. Then they give up because it's so big, Yeah. For me, a good goal to have is why don't you just start by cutting out soft drinks in your diet? Why don't you start off with,
man. That's good, man.
Yeah, with that one step there. And you know what? You don't need to wait till next month to start the thing. You can start right now. And I say to people, hey, I guarantee you, if you stop drinking soft drinks 4 times a day or whatever it is, just completely cut it out, you lose a bit of weight.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. I stopped drinking like sweet stuff.
Yeah.
During the first like few months when I was like just trying to shave off my body weight.
Yeah.
And truth be told, man, I think I lost like 6 kilos.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah.
See, I mean,
it's not like 6 kilos over the night, but it's like throughout the month with like proper discipline, exercise and stuff. But
totally. And that's like going back to your first point there where it's a realistic goal. So now you've shaved off like those kilos and you've taken out soft drinks from your diet. You've hit your goal. So now onto the next thing. I think for me, it's not so much doing a New Year's resolution, but it's getting the right characteristics or the right habits first, and then building on from that.
So it's more like crafting a lifestyle.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Where it's day in and day out.
Yeah. But just in case, like some of you guys will be confused about like what's the difference between like resolution and goal.
Yes,
so we found like website like the national like eatingdisorder.org. Like it's just a random website that talks about what's the difference between a resolution and a goal. So it says here that resolution is a firm decision to do or not to do something.
Yes. Okay.
While goal is the object of a person, ambition or effort, an aim or desired result. So it's more like resolution. It's more like no compromise. It's like, I want to do it.
Yeah.
I guess that's why when the word resolution come out and when you set a goal or resolution that's so big, you're just setting yourself for failure. Imagine like, say like, okay, I'm going to earn my first million in 2021. Man, I tell you what, the first day of like January, I'll die, man. Like, I feel like, I can't make it. I'm such a failure this whole year, man.
Definitely.
Because this is like a no compromise thing. And when you set your goal so high and it becomes unrealistic.
Definitely. You know, just on that point there, I think as well, sometimes when you like say, for example, I want to make $1 million in 2021, right? Sounds a massive thing, right? So the risk in that is that sometimes people find a quick fix. They'll find, okay, what's the quick solution? You know what, maybe I'll win the cross lotto. Or, you know what, maybe I'll just find this incredible scheme that's going to earn me like hundreds of $1,000s in months, you know, like they start looking for these quick fix things, kind of like a diet, you know, like, you know what, I'm going to shave 20 kilos in 3 months and I'm going to do this diet here where it's taking away all my calories, like, you know what I mean? Like,
or you just go to like those so-called health supplements and you start taking like replacement meals, like skipping like real meals and drinking like chemical nutritions or something.
And
like
the problem with those quick fixes is like, okay, once your quick fix is done, what happens afterwards? You haven't changed your life. You've only quickly reached that goal where you've sacrificed so many things, and then people just go back to the normal. So then, you know, if people say I'm going to lose X amount of weight, they lose X amount of weight by just being so harsh on themselves. But then afterwards they hit the goal, they're just like, oh, I'm going to go back to eating Macca's, eating KFC and different things like that. Same with goals, I think, you know, like, so it's like, okay, once I hit that goal there, I've hit it, great, awesome. I'm just going to go back to my old ways. And I think if we don't change our ways, we're always just going to be going round in circles. So for me, I believe in changing your ways to be a better person, doing that day in and day out.
Yeah, definitely, man. Changing your ways. It's hard like doing it alone, right?
Oh, totally.
I guess like so one of the most important things is you just need to get like friends to be accountable to you.
Yeah, big time.
And especially like get the right friends, man. Don't get those friends that well, I wouldn't call them friends if they're the people that just make fun of you. Let's for instance, like I'm gonna tell Gills that, you know, I need my six pack, my abs back again. So I'm gonna do it like in 6 months. Then Gills will be like, yeah, right, yeah.
Totally. Well, you need people that's going to lift you up and not pull you down.
Oh
right?
yeah, definitely, man. I think it's so important, this one, especially like during COVID period.
Yes.
When I started my 5 a.m. gym routine.
Yeah, all the way Josh's place, eh? Like,
yeah.
Is it a 50-minute drive for you?
Yeah, I have a massive confession, man. Like many people might think, if you guys follow me on social media and stuff, you might think that I have like the most balanced lifestyle because I eat clean and stuff. Yeah. To be honest, like I sleep late, man.
Yeah.
Like before I moved here,
wow.
I used my bedtime is like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Yeah, because I'm like a massive like
night owl. You're a night owl. Yeah.
So even if I don't game, I'll just sit up browsing Facebook or just doing random stuff.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because your mind's active, like you're switched on at that time.
And the fact that I work for myself, so I work from home because I'm a freelancer.
Yep.
I can control my sleeping hours. So I would tend to just like, it's fine. I'm gonna sleep at 3.
Yes.
And then wake up like 10, 11, 12.
Yep.
Well, that sounds right because you're getting ample amount of time of sleep. But that just wrecks you.
Yeah, totally.
In the weirdest way, man. Like you just
your body clock's off. Eh?
Yeah, and you feel like whole day has been wasted because when you wake up, it's already noon.
Totally.
Yeah. So waking up like during that stage, it was hard for me. But you know, it's because of my mates, man. Like you guys encourage me and say, hey, awesome. Like that Gills definitely call out on me, man. And say, yo, man, you better show up, man. Like,
hey, man, you better get to bed early, man, because we're training at 6 a.m.
Yeah,
definitely. I think having the right people is everything. I think just with all areas, you know. You want to surround yourself with people that's going to bring out the gold in you, and that's not going to carry you down. I think that flows into so many different things, like mentally. You want people that's going to speak positivity into you. It's going to be real with you, but like more of a, when you hang out with those people, you want to know that, hey, these people have your back. So you want to be around those people. You don't want to be around people that's going to put you down in certain things. Real friends are going to want to see the best in you. And you know what, the truth is as well, it's not always like, no, you're doing great, man, you know what, like you're awesome. That's not just everything. And everything is sometimes being real with your mates as well and saying, dude, you got to get to bed earlier, or dude, like, you know, what's going on with work, man, like, or what's going on with life, you know, dude, come on, man, you're better than that. You know, it's having those people around you that know that there's more in you and that's going to bring the best out of you. You don't want to be around people that's just going to speak death into your life, that's going to speak down in you, that's going to make you feel bad. And I'm a firm believer in surrounding yourself with good people. It's funny because we're talking with Elijah and Josh Taplin, a couple of leaders in young adults, and they play bingo with me. So I've got these certain sayings that I always say. These maybe like there's a handful of them. But one of them is iron sharpens iron, you know, like having each other's back. Another one is a triple braided cord is not easily broken. So having each other's backs, and that's in Ecclesiastes. It's in the Bible. So obviously I'm a young adults pastor. So a lot of the things that I'm going to be saying is going to be coming out from that revelation from the Bible, from God's word. And so I say things like that. A triple braided cord is not easily broken. The power of having the right community is so essential. It's the accountability. It's the life that we speak into each other. It's the brotherhood. It's the family. It's, you know, just picking someone up when they're down. I think that's essential in whatever you're doing. If it's resolutions, if it's setting goals, we need those people around us constantly.
Oh, totally, man. Like, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate every single moment having you guys, man. I mean, occasionally there will be banters, but just don't get offended with banters, man.
Totally. And I think banter's fine, right?
Banter is fine, man.
And I think it's an Australian culture, though. Australian culture is like, if you love someone, you pay them out, right? because us Australians, we don't take ourselves too seriously, you know, like
yeah, totally, man.
Yeah.
Well, if you are listening from other countries,
Yes.
just try not to do that.
Yes, totally. And if you listen from other countries, I will let you know that Australians' humor is very sarcastic. You know, like we just say a whole bunch of things and it's basically gibberish, but there's no offense to it. It's only joking, and that's what we find funny. It's fantastic. I love it. We don't take ourselves too seriously.
I tell you what, back in Malaysia, if you say that to me, man, you gotta get punched in the face,
punch
man.
in the neck. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Gills, you look small, man.
Yeah. But the thing is as well, like, we do a lot of the, you know, like pay ourselves out as well.
Yeah.
So like even at my birthday yesterday, you know, like I don't take myself too seriously. And so social media is just getting blown up with all of these different photos, embarrassing photos of me, just me making a fool of myself, you know, things like that. Because we don't take ourselves seriously.
Yeah.
So
too bad you guys can't like get to see it
Oh,
because
totally.
his stories, man, 24 hours is gone.
Oh, it's gone.
Just
exactly.
follow him and look forward for next year, man.
Hey, it's gonna come.
2021 December.
And when's your birthday, Andrew? When's your birthday?
All right. Okay, fine.
Yeah, tell us.
31st of July, man.
31st of July. Look out for it. I'm gonna post a whole bunch of embarrassing things with Andy.
Nah, he doesn't have anything.
I've
man.
got a few gold ones. There's a few gold
I'm
ones.
the photographer.
Yeah.
I always take the photos, man. Not you, man.
Hey, your photos might look good, right? Mine don't look good, but mine are in the moment. So
All right, man. You know
I'll get some photos of Andrew eating some things and Andrew wearing helmets and just look out. July, isn't it?
Yeah, July, man.
July. What day in July?
31st.
31st of July. Put it in your diaries, people.
All right, I'm looking forward for it myself as well, man. Well, you set someone up.
Yeah.
Be prepared, man.
Come on. I guess going back to the conversation, all right? What's the difference between a resolution and a goal? What are your thoughts on that, Andy?
I guess I like this article. At the end of the sentence mentioned like which sounds more appealing.
Yes. Okay.
So I guess at the end of the day, like I haven't like read through this until like as of like before we started the podcast because I just want to make it like as natural as it can be.
Yeah, totally.
I don't want to be biased about it.
Yeah.
But when I look at it, I just feel like whatever they have written on my article, like let's go back and have a look at it. Yeah, like start your goals small.
Yep.
You know, be smart in planning.
Yep.
And then like the further constantly keep yourself motivated.
Yeah.
It's more like a goal setting rather than resolution.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but I call it New Year's resolution because like that's the jargon that everyone talks about.
Totally.
Yeah, it's all about like New Year's resolution. I'm gonna achieve this. I'm gonna achieve that.
Yes.
But I guess I agree with you to a certain point that deep down it's more about setting like goals.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that you say like do it small.
Yeah.
And also I want to add up to that it's
you
need to celebrate those mini milestones.
Totally, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we just got to use like bodybuilding as like because both of us
we're in the gym.
Yeah, we're in the gym, man. Yeah. So for instance, like if you are slimming down, like in the progress of let's say you want to lose 10 kilos in 10 months.
Yeah.
Hey, 1 kilo a month, not that hard.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, as much as you don't see the results flat out, like, right out from like when you go into the gym, then after workout, you look at the mirror and say, I still feel the same. But you just need to give praise to yourself. Like you need to celebrate it and say, hey, that's me 1 month being consistent on the gym. That's me 2 months being consistent on the gym.
Consistency. Yeah. That's a big one, right?
Yeah, that's a big one, man.
Yeah.
I feel like the hardest thing to do, like among everything, is consistency.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah,
big
that's
time.
why I have massive respect for like athletes.
Yes.
Yeah, especially like looking at NBA season just started.
Come
man.
on, yes.
Yeah, come on,
I'm
man.
So pumped.
Yeah.
I'm a big NBA fan, so I'm very happy, Andy.
Lakers, man.
Lakers, jump on board, all aboard.
Hey, man, I'm not on the bandwagon, man. Just saying, man. But yeah, it's just if you're a sports like fan or any like athlete fan, when you look at sports, you realize that hey, how can they do like this massive feat, man? Just give example like LeBron.
Yes,
like he's in his mid-30s, right?
Yeah.
He's
been in the league for what 17 years or something, something ridiculous.
Yeah, he's way older than me. Not way older, slightly older than me. But man, his stamina versus mine.
He's still in the MVP candidates, one of the candidates every single year. Yeah, he's still in that talk.
Yeah, I can't even like complete a proper 1 mile on a south bike. So
you can. I've seen you do it. Don't talk down on yourself. See, there's that friendship. You know, you're better than Andy.
It's a struggle still, but yeah. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, like these athletes dedicate themselves every single day.
Yeah.
Like going in and out for training, hours and hours of training, just to be on court.
Exactly.
Like for that whole season.
Yes.
And to be able to perform at that stage.
Yes.
And that's all consistency, man.
Yes.
Definitely, like, I believe that there are days like in the gym.
Yep.
That you just don't want to hit the gym, and you wake up, you feel like, oh, I'm so tired, like mentally and physically.
Yes.
I believe that applies to like even in your career and everything. Like as glamorous it sounds, like being a photographer, being a videographer, there are days I wake up, it's like, can I just don't go into the shoot? Can I just don't meet my clients today because I don't want to deal with people? Like, because in my job, I guess your job as well, we deal with people every single day. So there will be times where we feel like, hey, you know what? I just want to like get some quiet time myself. But you know that you still have to do the grind, man. You just still have to like push yourself up, then walk out that door and meet your clients, meet the people that you want to talk to, and do it. And as you do it, you grow on experience. You build on muscles on how you manage all this like sluggishness in emotions. And like your physical sluggishness as well. Yeah. So it applies to, I think, everything.
Yes.
Yeah, being consistent. Yeah, just
consistency is massive.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. I think consistency, one of the things, one of our senior pastors always says, consistency is the new charisma. And I think consistency is something that's scarce nowadays, like everyone's
definitely.
And we keep on going back to the gym analogy, but you see people they go hard for 3 months and that's it. Then they're just like, oh, I'm not getting results. But they don't see the hours that's put in from the other people to see the results and stuff. And I think as well, consistency is everything. Like there's some days, like you were saying, that you don't feel like doing it, but you do it out of principle.
Yeah.
And it's the whole concept of small wins add up to a big victory, I found. One example that I can relate to in terms of seeing a big victory through little wins, I guess, is the season of my brother going through chemotherapy. When we first heard about my brother having cancer, you hear the word cancer, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's an absolute shock. And obviously, I guess the goal is to be healthy after that. So it's just like, all right, we're just praying and believing that my brother's going to be healthy. And from there, you're kind of in the dark, but what you're praying for and what you're believing for is just these small wins. So you just like, okay, tomorrow we've got an appointment. Tomorrow my brother's got a biopsy. We just got to pray that, it comes back positive. Like in terms of positive, it comes back with a good result saying, like this is something that can be treated, right? Okay, great. There's a win there. You take it in bite-sized pieces to be able to add up to the big victory, I think. Understanding that sometimes a small victory is good. It's adding up, and it's like the compiling effect of adding to that. So in whatever you're doing, if you've got goals or something, do it consistently. Do it day in and day out. And you know what? You might not see results straight away, but don't give up because you don't see the results, because the results will come if you do things out of principle. If you do things consistently, if you do things long enough, it'll end up being part of you. So another quote that I like is, excellence is what you repeatedly do. Because it's one thing to be able to have a stellar day, but then not like all the other times like have average days. So let's go into like NBA talk, right? So what separates a superstar athlete is that they're able to do it day in and day out. They're able to give you consistent 25 points. They're able to give you consistent 10 points. They're able to give you consistent 8 assists or whatever the stats are, right? An average player, one game out of like, say, 30, they'll give you an incredible game. They'll give you 40 points. They'll give you 10, 11 assists, whatever it is, right? But then the next day, they'll give you 5, 3, and 2. Those different numbers if we're talking NBA numbers and stuff. What is important, what's effective, and if I'm a coach, I'm gonna pick the guy that's consistent, right?
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
I'm gonna pick the guy that I know is gonna give me 20 points a game, that I know is gonna give me 7 rebounds, know is gonna give me 5 assists day in, day out, because I can build on that, because I just don't know what you're gonna get like each day. So consistency is everything. Doing something long enough, so it's instilled into you, is massive. Excellence is what you repeatedly do. So it's one thing just if you just do it once off, great. But if you're able to hit your goal every single day, right? Obviously there will be some hard days and stuff, but it's about doing it every single day, I believe.
Yeah, I recall like one of my favorite authors, Malcolm Gladwell, talks about like the 10,000 hours of mastery. Obviously, like not everyone can become a grandmaster after 10,000 hours. Yeah, but you still put in the work, man. And when you put in the work, it becomes muscle memory.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, another confession. Yeah. Like for those that don't know, I only started photography like a year and a half ago.
Wow, that's massive.
Yeah. I mean, if you have seen my work, I believe viewers have seen my work. Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. If you haven't seen his work, go check out his Instagram. It is world class.
Yeah. Links down below as well.
Yeah, hit him up.
Yeah. So, being a photographer, it was hard because of the circumstances of how the creative industry is, how the photography industry is. So, and you know what? If I was just to stay there and like get a camera and just say, oh, I'm gonna go out occasionally shoot stuff, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't have like two photos being exhibited in like two of the largest like street photography exhibition in Melbourne. Like in fact, it's in the whole Australia because that's where the heart of like street photography is. And I will be running my own exhibition, which is still on hold because of COVID. Yeah, but oh well. Anyways, so what I did was, I think initially, so I started like doing like weekly vlogs. Without thinking about like is it gonna be good or is it gonna be bad?
Yeah, totally.
Because I remember one thing Gary Vee said, I like it so much. Is like it's all about that one person, man. Yeah. Like if you reach one person on your content or regardless what, you hit it, like you reach that one person. Totally. So it's not about like you create something, then you hope for tens of thousands of people to look at it. Totally. Well, there will be time where you reach that stage. But you know, to begin with, you need to be appreciative of the small numbers that you can get. Totally. And I started off my Instagram with my old like personal profile. I just kind of revamp it, and it was only like 300 followers that time. And I actually set my goal to, okay, I'm gonna hit 1,000 by end of 2020. And now I think I have 2,500.
Wow, that's massive.
Yeah, so it's massive, man. And shout out to Canon Australia for following me.
Hey, come on. And you got a Peter McKinnon, like, hey?
Oh yeah,
Peter McKinnon's the man. If you don't know photography, this is someone that a lot of photographers love. I just started getting photography, and everyone's just check out Peter McKinnon. But this guy liked your photo, eh? Big time.
Big time, man.
It's something, what you said there, I guess, the motivation. I think that's a big factor in people, say, doing New Year's resolutions or setting goals and stuff. I think the why behind the what is always very important. The why is always going to drive your what. So if you're just doing it for the sake of the what, you're going to conk out, right? But if you have a motivation behind it, it's everything. And having the right motivation is everything. So when whoever's listening right now, if you're setting goals, do it for the right reasons, right? Don't do it for anyone else. Do it for yourself, right? So say, for example, if it's in the context of like photography or something, right? Do it for the love of photography rather than for the likes, you know? Having those different things. Do things that, you know, I'm doing this to help myself rather than to try to look good for people. Doing out of envy, you know, like, oh, you know, that person there's got it, so I want to do exactly like that person there. You're just going to lose it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, man. Just to strengthen what you say just now, I think like you call on a very nice point, which I always believe in myself that I do it all along. So like going into photography and like videography wasn't because I want to earn money. But it's more like I have this long desire to advocate. Because if some of you don't know, I used to be a professional marketer.
Wow.
Yep. So I would say like I'm pretty good in my work. I got a few acknowledgement, like publications under my belt.
Hey, come on.
I know this is not self-bragging. It's just to prove,
all right.
it's just to prove a point, man.
We're getting to learn a lot about you today.
Just revealing everything, man. So now everyone knows what. Anyways, being someone that is in like the business industry for 8 years, right? I always have this desire because when I first started, I have mentors. And my mentors didn't charge me a single cent mentoring me.
Wow.
Those like really, I'm blessed by meeting like great people out there that's like really really willing to invest time on my life. And I just feel like at the end of the day, I want to do the same to the younger generations. Yeah. So that's where I come in. Like being a photographer and videographer is just something that I'm passionate about, like because I want to tell stories. And I feel like we are living in an age of like visuals.
Yes,
like, I think like COVID just how to say it, speed up everything.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Big time.
like just like our church. We were thinking about like online church, but because of the season, online church just got launched up and it's up and running right now, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, and a lot of business is converting into online platforms that requires like video, visuals, audio, and stuff. So I'm just I think I'm just lucky enough to be in that transition, so that I don't need to pick it up right after.
Definitely.
And
that's so good, man. I'll just I think I'll just clarify on something that I said before. I think I said that, do it for yourself. And when I say do it for yourself, not in a selfish way.
Oh yeah,
but definitely. Do it in a way that's from the right heart. Like it's good to give back and stuff. But like, say for example, you have the goal of getting better at photography and videography, not so that you can flaunt your stuff, not so that you can get the, all the stuff, but it's because it comes from, I want to get better at photography because I love photography.
Yeah, it's not about like flexing.
Yes, it's not about the flex. Exactly.
Yeah, it's not about the flex, man.
Exactly. It's about that. I love photography and I love videography so much that I want to get better in it, so much so that I'm willing to help people along the way. Because if it comes from a point of, I just want to be the man, I just want to be the most famous person out there, like if that people chase that, you can get lost in it. But
it's not wrong, but you're obviously doing it wrong because it doesn't come in that sequence. Like you hone your craft.
It doesn't come in that sequence.
Yeah, you hone your craft. Eventually, you become famous.
The people will come. People will acknowledge what you're good at.
Yeah.
But the thing is as well, if people start basing the happiness off that, like off people's opinions, people's happiness goes up and down. It's basing off the wrong things because you're gonna have a bad day, and what happens when you have a bad day? You've based your whole life on that. It's gonna be an absolute shocking day. You know what I mean?
This would be a very nice topic to talk about. On the next round, man.
I feel like there's another topic that we can talk about. So the why behind the what, and people being successful in hitting the goals is massive. If you have the right why, it's gonna motivate you through those tough days. Through those days where you just feel like if you're not losing weight, the reason why I want to lose weight is so that I can play with my kids, so that I can have a life, like a long life with my kids. I'm doing this. I'm going to the gym this morning, even though I don't feel like it. So I have a long life with my kids. I want to get better at taking photography because I love it, because I want to be able to teach people. Having that why is going to drive people's goals and resolutions.
Yeah. And I also want to acknowledge, like, I know that there's some people that has this like goals that you want to make more money. It's not wrong, man.
Yeah.
Because everyone has their own different needs.
Yes.
It's just the point that we are trying to give up is like, don't dwell too much on like the end result. Yeah. But rather when you do it, you just need to be realistic step by step, man.
Take
it's okay,
step
man.
by step, day by day.
Yeah. I remember when I was young, I wanted to earn money. So I would do it at the right way, like you say, no shortcuts, man. I'm not going into like those Ponzi schemes or whatsoever.
Ponzi schemes, the pyramid schemes.
Yeah. So you can still do it the right way. Maybe get extra hours on your shift.
Yes.
Look for multiple jobs.
Yes.
I know people that want to earn money and they just grab on like any additional shift that they want.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it builds their resilience and they understand that they will understand how to steward the money better because you know that it's not easy to earn money. So
definitely,
I guess you need to go through that path because if not, what comes in easy goes out easily, man.
Oh, definitely. Exactly. And it's not sustainable as well. If someone said to me, if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Like I think we've all been approached by someone saying, like, hey, you want to be financially free? I'm going to set you up, like things like that. It's just like, this sounds too good to be true. If you give me $1,500, I'm going to give it back to you with X amount of interest. And by the time I give it back to you in this amount, it's too good to be true. You know what I mean? Like there's some things that are proven. And for me, I'm not into it for those quick fixes. I think if you change certain aspects about you, if you work on being a better person yourself, you're going to achieve your goals.
Yeah. It's important to understand that it's your own race.
Yes.
It's not like how to say, it's not like a race against everyone.
Yes.
So for instance, like if I got the new iPhone while Gillian doesn't have it, so it's not like Gillian is losing out, man.
Yeah.
It's just because that I need a new phone.
Exactly.
That's why I got a new phone.
Exactly.
It's just that.
Yeah.
It's not like any flex or whatsoever, man.
Comparison's a killer.
Yeah, don't compare, man. Yeah. Like there are times where you're at a bad season and you start comparing like I think one of the most prevalent incident like that happened recently is okay, another confession time. I have so many things.
So many confessions.
Man, this will be like the confession of Andrew Teo.
Yeah, the confession booth. Dang good advice and confessions by Andy Teo.
Now, but this is real, like
that's good, man.
You know, recently we have a lot of friends that is going through the visa process.
Yes, and
they got their visas approved.
Yep.
So I was a bit upset.
Yeah.
Not because they got the visa.
Yeah.
I'm happy for them. Yep. I'm just upset that why am I still at that stage?
Definitely.
And I had a talk with my wife,
Yeah.
Adeline. So she just reminded me that, hey, we're still in a very early stage, man.
That's
These
right.
are the people that like go through like trials and hardship. Like some of them were here for 7 years.
Yes.
And they finally got approved of like their visa, the permanent residence and so, all that. Like we're just in 1.5 years.
Yeah.
Why are you so hasty about it? Why are you so upset about it? Like you haven't gone through the stage that you need to go through yet.
Yes.
So that gives me a real slap on my face, man. I'm
definitely.
like, I'm not being grateful because like they went through so much in their own means to reach the point of where they are right now.
Yeah, definitely.
But for me, I just started comparing because I just neglected the whole 5 years because I didn't know them at the time.
Yeah.
So that timeline is non-existent for me.
Yeah.
So I just kind of ignore it. But in reality, is like you will never know how much people go through and walk through to achieve that.
Definitely.
So it's definitely something that it's a wake up call for me, man. It's a good reminder for me that you know what, I need to just pace myself and measure my own distance and the length that I'm walking rather than look at someone that say, oh, like if I look at Peter McKinnon, I think he's like 3 years older than me. He's 34 years old.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not too sure, man. Despite being a big fan.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And you're 23.
Sorry, man. Sorry, Pete, if you're listening to this.
Like my photo again, please.
Anyways, so him having like 5 million subscribers, that's massive, man. Yep. Being at his age. But if I were to compare like, I want to be the next Peter McKinnon.
Yeah.
It's kind of impossible, man.
Totally.
Because no one can be like him.
Yeah, and like what you said before, it's just kind of like I got to work on the things that I can work on.
Yep.
We need to stay in our own lane. You know? Big baller brand, stay in your lane. You know, that guy that says that. But you know, we have our race to run, and I think it all comes down for me. A lot how I conduct myself is the faith that I have, and being Christian and having assurance that there is a God out there that's working everything out. So having just an assurance that everything's going to work out. It might not work out in my timing or in the way that I think, but there's an assurance knowing that everything's going to be okay. So when I have that, I just know that I need to work on the things that I have, you know, just stay in my lane, work on the things that's been put in front of me. And in the right timing, those doors and stuff are going to open up. Like, everything's going to be right. And then I can celebrate when people are getting wins as well, because I know that in right timing, I'm going to get that same thing as well. And I think comparison's hard as well. And some people's motivations wise, if it's that comparison, the Bible says it's like chasing the wind, you know, like if your motivation is out of envy because that person's doing that, I want to do that as well. I want to do this because I want to be there. It's chasing the wind essentially, but it's just about being the best version of yourself. And be the best version of yourself, and then everything else will kind of just work around that, you know, like, and the people that's in your life will accept you for who you are, and you don't need to force anything. You just got to be the best version of yourself, I guess. Yeah. So, we're going to go into a short break. When we come back, we're going to give you some dang good advice. Yeah, we're just going to give you some dang good advice on how to win your New Year's resolution, or we can say like New Year's goals in 2021. That's it. Come on. I love it. Fantastic. And we're back from our break, Andy. And the topic that we're talking about today is New Year's resolutions. Do they work or do they not work?
Yeah. But before that, I just want to say you sound way better right now.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, I apologize for the audio if you feel that it's a bit weird just now. Because Gilly has been moving away from his microphone, which I don't think it's like applicable for podcast mic.
You know, it's good and it's bad. You know why? It's good because I'm very comfortable in the studio, and it's bad with the audio. So it's good and bad.
Yeah, now I kind of just tape his like face near to the mic, man. Just stick near to the mic, man.
I'm going to request a headset for next podcast just so that I can't move from the microphone. If you can just invest into that, that would be great.
Yeah, that would be an expensive headset, so no thanks, man. All right, man. So we're back, and we mentioned that we're going to give you some dang good advice. So we're going to do it in our way, rapid fire mode.
Rapid fire, okay.
I'm not sure that I'm ready to do it, but...
Yeah, me neither. We're just going to spit off the top of our head.
Okay, 5 tips for a better goal setting, 2021, go.
5 tips for better goal setting. Number 1, your why behind the what's. Have a strong why that's going to drive your what. You're going to get tired some days, and some days you're not going to feel like doing it. Some days you're going to be discouraged and think that you're not actually going forward, but you need to remember the why. If your why is strong enough and if it's the right motivation, you're going to get there in the end. That's number 1. Number 2 is bite-sized pieces. I think that have big goals, but step it out. To take it one step at a time. I think that set little goals when you have a big goal and step it out every single day. Number 3, consistency. Consistency is everything. Some days you're not going to feel like doing it, but do it anyway, right? So excellence is what you repeatedly do. So if you have the goal of saying, I want to be on time all the time, right? Be on time every single day, whatever you do. If it's like catching up with your mates, be on time. Do that so much so that it becomes part of you. If you're trying to say, like, change the mentality, say, for example, you're going from a pessimist mindset to an optimistic, have positive thinking. Do that day in and day out. Do it as much as possible so that it becomes instilled into you, so that you're completely transformed. So do that day in, day out. So number 4, so was my 3. This is tough, right? Number 4, to be a better goal setter or to achieve your goals in... Sorry, I'm a fidgeter.
If you're listening to the clicking voice, it's just Gil's like playing with the pen.
Oh man, I'm a fidgeter. I'm so sorry. This is great because it's giving me time to gather my thoughts. So number 1, I said your why behind the what. Number 2, bite-sized pieces. So have a big goal. And
number 2, consistency.
Number 3 is consistency. Number 4, I'm going to go with surround yourself with people that's going to bring out the best in you, that's going to want to see you achieve your goals, to see you go forward. You end up looking like the people that you hang out. So the people that you hang around with is very important. Having your closest people around you should be bringing out the best in you. I think I call it the home team, like you have those people that you can trust with the pearls of your heart. You want those people there so that you can lean on them, and so you can just have those heart-to-heart conversations that's going to bring out the best in you. And number 5, I would say don't be too hard on yourself, right? I'd say there's going to be times where you feel like you're not doing the best. It's okay, just keep at it. Stick it through. Keep walking. Keep taking it one step at a time. And I'm gonna give you a 6, right? I'm gonna give you 6,
a bonus.
Right? I'm gonna say don't compare yourself to other people.
All right, that's a good one. Man.
Stay in your lane and just be the best version of yourself, right? You don't need to look like the person to your left or right. You just need to be the best version of yourself. You be the best version of yourself, and everything else will fall around that. So if you work on that main piece, like don't do it because you're trying to compare yourself, because comparison is a killer. Just be in your lane. Know that you have your own race to run, and in a race, right? So they say your focal point is very important, right? So if you're looking to the left or right, you're either going to slow down and lose the race, or you're going to diverge and you're going to get disqualified because you've drifted into someone else's lane. So your focus is your lane. Your focus is to be the best person you can be. Your focus is to move your arms as fast as you can and move your legs as fast as you can. So don't compare yourself. So those are my 6 points. You've asked for 5. I've given you 6.
Oh, man.
I've done extra work.
Okay.
So, Andy, let me ask you, what is your 5 points for giving people dang good advice in New Year's resolutions?
All right. I have 5 points and just 5
Just
points.
5, okay.
Just declaring, man.
Okay, not an overachiever, I see.
Yeah. Just playing safe, man.
Yeah.
All right. First thing first, I'm going to stick with what I have written so far.
Okay.
I have a cheat sheet. That's good.
Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah. First thing is be realistic, man.
Yeah.
Like you just got to know that your limits, you got to know your own limits before you start like doing things. You can't just you can't learn how to run before you learn how to walk.
Yes.
So that's how you should start off with. Don't compare. Don't start like thinking about like I'm gonna do this because someone did this. Just go it at your own pace,
Right.
man. Be realistic.
Awesome.
Then second, celebrate your small goals.
Yes, that's good.
Set a milestone. Let's say, for instance, like if you are trying to get something done, just set mini goals.
Yeah.
I'll call it like working backwards.
Yeah.
So let's say if
That's
you want to achieve something by end of the year, you have 12 months, man. Then segment it in 12 small big chunks.
Yeah.
And then within the small big every month, you can segment it into 4 more small big chunks. So it makes it like every week you work on a small task. It's pretty simple, pretty direct, and it doesn't feel overwhelming.
Yeah.
So the key onto setting a good resolution is to understand the length of the goal, and then work backwards and start from small, man.
Great.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. And then the third one is be smart in planning. Yeah, you gotta be smart in planning. Like for instance, like you don't want to, let's say if you want to achieve something like I can't think of any good analogy, man. All right. Okay, for instance, like if you want to I'll put it in my situation. Like let's say I want to take like few photos for my exhibition.
Yeah.
So I need to be smart in planning. I can't be like, okay, my exhibition is in for 3 months.
Yeah.
I don't shoot it 3 months before my exhibition.
Yeah.
So I do it way before. I plan it. Okay. It's like planning backwards, like what I say just now. But it's just you need to be precise on how you plan it. You need to give ample time for crisis management.
Yeah.
You don't want to stuff up, and at the end of the day you run out of time. And then you punish yourself because of that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's I guess like that's a good one there as well, because it's like factoring different things. It's like knowing that the next 4 weeks is going to be super busy for me. So then therefore I need to factor that in so I can still achieve my goal. So it's kind of just forecasting life ahead so that you can still continue to achieve your goals, right?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Like you just need to be smart, man. Like I'm the kind of person that I plan for the worst. Yeah. So my wife hates it because I'm a bit of a pessimist. I always tell her, you know what, this might happen. So let's just do this. But you know, there are times where it feels like I overdid the things. It's like too much of all the preparation I've done. But there are times where
I'm going to jump on that thought there. So like you can't, my mentality is hope for the best, plan for the worst, right? So it's like I'm going to hope that everything's going to be all right. But if things go wrong, I've got a plan anyway. I think that's something that's
true,
how
man.
I carry.
There are times that I told like, see, this will happen.
Yeah, totally.
Like it's not that I'm hoping for the things to happen, but it's like
I'm ready for it.
There's a probability that will happen. You can't be like, okay, I have the best positive vibes ever. I'm just gonna push through, knowing that nothing bad will happen.
Exactly.
Nah, you're gonna set yourself for failure, man.
And then when something bad happens, it's like I don't know what to do now.
You're wrecked, man.
You're in crisis mode.
Yeah. So moving on, the fourth one.
Oh,
you need to keep yourself constantly motivated.
Oh, really good. Yes,
that's very important.
Yes,
I will put the analogy of my photography. So every season, like, you know, for some of you that follows me, you know that I like moody shots a lot. So winter is probably my best season of doing photography.
Yes.
But here's the fact, like winter only lasts for like 6 months.
Yes.
And pretty much after that, like we're in summer. Bright sunlight, harsh sunlight. You can't get clouds anywhere. So in this period of time, what I do, I can't say that, if I'm doing that, all this while, I need to still like force myself to find the same vibe and mood on the landscape, because it won't happen until another 6 months. So what I do is I find other things to keep me motivated, like maybe change it to product shoots or just trying to change up my Instagram grid.
Yep.
So you find creative ways to maneuver through to make yourself excited about it. It's just like bodybuilding.
Yeah.
You start off with the basics, then when you're more advanced, like let's say like you want proper abs. So maybe you do assault bike for a month, then you do like the rowing for a month, then ski for a month, and then you start boxing, and then you start yoga. You know, you do different things to keep mix it up to keep it fresh, so that you don't feel like it's a grind, like it's so dry and so like
definitely
it's so unbearable.
Yeah, you do different things. So like say in the fitness thing, jumping on that thought there, I like I was saying before, I love fitness, so there'll be seasons where I just want to work on my strength, so I'll just focus on that for like, I don't know, 6 months. Then there'll be a season where I just want to lose weight and cut, so I'll do that. Or there's sometimes where I just want to put on size, so just different variables and stuff just to keep it fresh.
Just bear in mind that we humans, we are creatures that get bored easily in a way. Although we are creatures of comfort, but we tend to lose interest on stuff like quite easily as well, especially in this age where everything is so easily accessible. The distraction is real, man. How we diverge.
Totally, and I feel like I can diverge off this. You know why? Because the thought that's coming to mind is that it's not how you start a race, it's how you finish a race. Everyone wants to start a race, right? Everyone wants to be like, yes, I'm going to do this, right? And they'll start it, but they'll never finish it, right? It takes something special to finish what you start.
So keep yourself motivated however you want to do it. Well, if you have any tips and all that, well, just I don't know, man. I don't know how to proceed because we don't have like a page or whatsoever, but you can just email to us or just DM us on our Instagram and we give a shout out back, man. That'll be cool. And last and final point.
Oh, come on.
It's last and final point, man.
Home run.
Enjoy the process, man.
Enjoy the process. I love it.
As simple as it gets, man.
That's good.
Like if you don't enjoy it, you're not gonna nail it, man.
Totally.
Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of not enjoying my New Year's resolution or any goal setting progress that I've did because I'm not true to myself. I remember when I was like 26, I told myself that, I'm going to rise up to the position of being the branch manager by end of the year in a corporate. So at the end of the day, I got promoted, but I was promoted to an assistant branch manager. So it wasn't where I have and all that. But, overall, the process was good because
totally. You grew.
I grew, I learned, but I did not enjoy the process because the intention was not right. So because I was so fixated on the position and all that, I did not celebrate the small victories that I got. I did not count my blessings because, hey, I got promoted, man. I got a pay raise, man. It's still a good thing rather than being
Exactly.
But I overlooked all that. All I did was like just being bitter, being sour about it. It's like, oh man, I can't believe that guy got it instead of me.
Totally.
Yeah, so you just gotta enjoy the process, man. You just gotta learn to love the thing. Like how my wife Addie, she always say that, you know what? If you are in a job that you can't find a way out because you just have to be in that season, you gotta love how to learn. You gotta learn to love your work. If not, you burn out easily and it doesn't help. And the reality is,
I always say enjoy the journey, right?
Oh yeah.
The journey's good. It's not about destination, it's about the journey. It's about loving the fact that you're on the journey and the fact that you're getting better every single day. I think that's if you know that. The fact that, like even though you didn't get the position that you had set in your mind, you actually still achieved a lot. And that journey of you going forward is something that we all got to celebrate. So just because we didn't end up exactly where we wanted, enjoy the fact that you're still getting better and know that every day you're getting better. And you know what, like there's going to be some days where you just feel bad. Like you feel like, it's tough. Today's a tough day. But you got to know that, it's part of the journey. There's going to be some days it's going to be bad. You just got to keep picking yourself up and keep pushing through. And even though you're feeling bad, you're still getting better.
Yeah, I know that we keep saying that there will be bad days.
Yeah,
we're not trying to jinx anyone here.
Totally,
but the reality is
giving you reality, right?
Yeah. It's the true fact, man.
Yeah,
like you work in a ministry field. You have bad days. I'm sure that you have like tons of bad days.
Yes,
man.
we all do because we're human, right?
Yeah,
we all go through tough days. But life is not always rainbows and butterflies. And I wouldn't be realistic if I was to tell someone that they've just become Christian, every day is going to be perfect, right? Like, I think that's...
especially someone is going through a hardship. Yeah, you tell that, it feels like a slap in their face, and they'll probably just slap you back after.
Well, the thing is, it's like, well, life happens. You know, the Bible talks about that. It says that in this life we'll have trials and tribulations, but take heart, I've overcome the world. So it's understanding that that's just the ebbs and flows of life. But every day you're getting better. You know, when your foundation is right, when you go in the right direction, when you're living for the right things, every day is a good day, despite your emotions. Your emotions might be down, but you're still getting better every single day. So enjoy the journey. Don't have a destination mindset. If you have a destination, that's another point. Oh, can I add that number 7? Number 7.
Oh, man,
don't have a destination mindset.
You're on a roll,
right?
man.
Yeah. Don't have a destination mindset. Enjoy the journey more than the destination. Because as well, right, if we're constantly like saying that my happiness is going to come once I reach that destination, we're always going to want the next destination, right? You can have happiness and you can have joy right now, knowing that you're getting better every day.
All right, I have another one, man.
Oh, all right. Fire away. Let's go.
Yeah. So we talk about like the intentions and everything, right? So I want to just put it into like a retrospect, I guess. When you set all this goal, right? It's better for you to set it based on the value that you want to impart.
Yes.
Rather than set a feasible like goal. Let's say like, for instance, like I want to earn 100,000 this year.
Yes.
Let's say if you achieve it, so what's next?
Yes, exactly. It's a never-ending piece of string, isn't
it? Then you'll be like 200,000, 300,000. I mean, it's good to have money. I want that money as well. But I guess like you can't be going after material stuff. I guess it's the intangible stuff that matters more.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So I guess
totally, I agree with that.
Yeah, like how I set my goals is I put it in the mind of like wherever I do, whatever I do, I want to advocate. I want to advocate my lifestyle. Doesn't mean that I have to be a coach. I have to be a tutor. I have to like, hey, you do this, you do that. Totally. But it's more like what my life is, I reflect. So like when people say that, I want to have the lifestyle, I say, just join me at gym, man.
Totally.
They come to Limbos, man.
Exactly.
If anyone out here in Adelaide is listening,
shout out. Here we go. Yeah. God Squad, let's go. Where should they go, Andy? Where should they go?
Limbo's gym, man.
That's right. Limbo Gym, Holden Hill. Come see my boy, Matty Brinoli. He'll look after you.
24/7, man.
Yeah. Great guy, great gym, great fellowship. Yeah. Great mates.
It's definitely not a sponsor post. It's just a shout out. We appreciate Matty.
That's right. Matty, if you're listening, you are a legend, man. And we love you. The God Squad love you.
Yeah. So, where was I?
We're talking about like just a destination and how, you know, like never ending piece of string.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Advocating. Yes. Yeah. So setting a value, right, helps you to, let's say, if you are not, because it doesn't, it's not as impactful of, how do I put it in words? Yeah. It's not that punishing because like when you set a goal to advocate, you have so many possibilities. Like you say, it's not about the destination. So at the end of the day, if you are just sharing your experience, that's advocacy. If you're doing something good, positive, and you reflect it on people, and bounce it on other person, that's advocating.
Totally.
So the goal should be something that gives off value. But if you're setting a goal into like a very material thing, I'm not saying it's wrong. Like I do have my material goals, man. Like next year I'm going to buy like 10 grand camera. Yeah, that's my aim. Hey, I need to earn enough money to get that.
Totally. So it's not it's important, but it's not what we base our life on.
Yeah, but why do I want to get a camera? It's because I can create more stories.
Exactly.
So
it goes behind the what?
Yeah. So it goes back to the advocacy.
Absolutely.
Value that I hold on like so dearly onto.
Yes.
So just I don't know.
That's good.
What was the point, man? Yeah.
Yeah, that's your 6th point.
Yeah, just focus on a value rather than the material stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire, man. Oh, that's just crazy, man.
That's good. Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang. Well, I guess we are out of time, actually.
Come on.
But not bad for a first podcast, man.
Yeah, thank you very much, Andy, for having me. It's been fantastic. It's been fun.
It's going to be a good journey, man.
Yes, it's a good journey, right? Yeah. Absolutely. Come on.
It's definitely not a one-time off. Yeah, if you see us, if you don't hear from us anymore, you should just hit us up and say, hey, what happened, man?
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? I think we're going to cover a lot of good topics. We've got some guest speakers planned as well. We've got some people that's going to come in, share their insights. I think that if we can give some dang good advice to some people and help people out, I'm happy.
Yeah. So until then, how do you put it in podcast? I have no idea, man. In YouTube, I always say like and subscribe. But if you like this podcast, just hit the follow button, I guess.
Yeah, hit the follow button or stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram. We'll give like we do like reviews on when the next podcast.
We'd love to hear from you. Maybe you agreed with something, maybe you disagreed with something. Chuck us a DM on the Instagram. I'm picturing we're gonna have an Instagram, right?
Yeah, we have an Instagram. My Instagram and Gil's Instagram. So what I was thinking is probably by the end, like probably right now at the description, I'll just pull on like contact info email or something like that. Beautiful. If you have any ideas on what you want to hear from us, or if you have any opinions or like things that you want to bounce back with us, you drop us the email via the email link.
We'd love to hear from you.
Yep. So that's it for now.
Love ya.
See ya.
Ciao.